everybody, it's time for Crafternoon. Welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at the book called The Airport Book by Lisa Brown. It's a fun adventure story about taking a trip on an airplane. Maybe some of you have been on an airplane before. So let's take a quick look. I'm not able to read it to you word for word due to copyright regulations, but I'm happy to share a little summary of the story. So it starts out with our family getting ready to take a fun trip. And something to keep an eye on is little girl. She's wanting to take her friend Monkey along and is packing Monkey in her suitcase. So throughout the book, in addition to all the fun information, you want to kind of keep an eye on Monkey in this one. So here they go. They leave their apartment and head out of the house, say goodbye to the house and hop into a taxi cab. So that's their first little adventure, and take that taxi cab all the way to the airport. Some of you have been to an airport before, and it's really kind of a crazy, active place to be. Lots of things going on, people dropping off family members, people picking up family members, all kinds of things. And if you've been to a large airport, there's lots of different airplanes around and different terminals to go to. You have to wait in long lines at the airport. Waiting in line to drop off your baggage or luggage, and waiting in line to just get your ticket punched so you can get onto the plane. So lots of fun things going on, but keep an eye on that monkey. So here they are. When you go to the airport, you have to go through security to make sure that you don't have anything that shouldn't belong on a plane. And so that's kind of fun because you get to take off your shoes and put your things in a little tub and go through a scanner. And here they are walking through the airport, and there's lots of things that you can do and see in an airport. You can eat, and you can shop, and you can do lots of really great things. And then you wait for your chance to get onto the airplane, and you can look out the windows and see the people putting all the luggage onto the plane, and that's always kind of fun to see how they do that. And here we can see the people getting on the airplane. You have to walk through this little tunnel to get onto the airport. And then you find your seats. You get to carry some of your luggage on if you'd like, and you get to put them in bins up above your head. So that way, if you want to play games or read a book while you're flying, you have those things with you. And there we are. The stewardess will tell you a little bit about your flight and give you some safety regulations and explain things to you. And if you're on a long flight, a lot of times you get a little snack. This little person's having some juice and some chips. So that's always kind of fun when you get a little food snack. And so here's the plane flying up in the sky. Sometimes you can fly during the day or the nighttime. And then when you land, you get to depart the plane, and you get to go to baggage check and try to find your luggage, which is always kind of fun. They go on this big belt that goes around and around. And then you get to meet your family if you're going to visit someone, or you can get in a car and go to your hotel. So that's just a little summary of our story. It's a really fun book with lots of things going on and lots of things to read. I really love this one. Kind of a neat little book. Today we're going to be making a craft, and after you complete your craft, you can post a photo of it on our Facebook page by midnight, April 16th. You don't have to be in the photo of your craft, just your craft. And then Monday we will draw a winner, and the winner will receive this book and this little American Airlines stuffed jet as a prize. So computer randomly picks it. It's just a lot of fun, and you'll get a really neat prize out of that. The craft we're making today looks like this. It's just a little airplane flying in the sky. So let's grab our craft kits, and we'll get started making our craft today. Okay, so today we're going to be making this little airplane that looks like he's flying up in the sky. And so you're going to need your craft packet. In addition to your craft package, you're going to need glue or glue stick, a pair of scissors, and then you might want a marker or crayon to draw shapes with. So the first thing we're going to do is take our blue paper, which is going to be our sky, and just kind of set that off to the side. You also have a white piece of paper. We're going to use that to make our clouds. And it's kind of fun because the papers are the same size. So we're just going to draw our clouds on the corners. Clouds come in all different shapes, so you can make your cloud whatever shape you want, but that way they'll be on the corners of your artwork. So I'm just going to make a few bumps, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Make some bumps so I have big bumpy clouds. And then I'll put my marker off to the side. I'm going to cut these out. I kind of liked the look of the black line being left on my cloud, and so I'm going to cut just the outside of it and leave that black line. So go ahead and draw your clouds and then get them cut out. And again, clouds come in all different shapes, so whatever looks good to you is perfect. And I'll get this one cut out. It's kind of fun to look up in the sky on a sunny day when there's big clouds and see if you can find shapes in it. And if you've ever been in an airplane, it's kind of fun to fly through the clouds. For a little while, it almost seems, kind of foggy out. It's kind of crazy. So there are my two clouds. And so I'm going to take my glue, and I'm just using a glue stick. And I want the black part up, so I'm going to flip my clouds over and just put that glue on the back side. And stick that cloud in the corner. So there's one. Same thing, I'm going to flip this over because I want that black part facing up. So I'm going to put the glue on the back side of my cloud. And put it in the opposite corner over here. So there I have my cloudy sky. All right, I'm going to set that off to the side. Next, we're going to work on making our airplane. So in your kit, you have a gray strip of paper and 2 strips of yellow paper. So making the airplane is actually pretty easy. We're going to, on one end of the gray paper, add just a little splotch of glue stick, and then flip this over and match it up on the end and press it together. You might want to count to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there you have a loop that is the base of your airplane. So kind of fun. The next strip is going to go across the top. So it's going to make your airplane wings. So you don't really want them exactly on top. You want them back just a little bit. If you look at our American airline here, that the wings are back a little. So in the middle of my yellow strip, I'm going to add just a little bit of glue and kind of figure out where about the middle is. I think right there looks pretty good. And I'm going to put my wings on. There are the wings. The tail is probably the more complicated thing that we have to do today, but it's not that hard. So you're going to take your last strip of yellow, fold it in half, like this. So it makes a little tent or a letter V. And now we're going to fold about a third of the way down. We're going to fold up like this and then match it on the other side. So it kind of looks like a W or an M, depending which way you look at it. All right, so let's hold it like it's an M, like this. And you're going to open up that M, and where this crease is, you're going to put a little glue in there because we want that part to stick together. We're going to make the tail of the plane. We're going to pinch it together, squeeze, and then it's going to look like this. Good job. All right, next we're going to put a little bit of glue on each side of that crease. You don't want to go all the way across, you just want it kind of close to it because this is going to hang over our airplane. And then back here, you're going to put the tail of your plane. So like that. Kind of see the top and the side. Perfect. Now, before we stick our plane onto the paper, you have a couple options that you can do. So I used some of my extra white paper with my other one, and I drew some eyeballs and cut them out and stuck them on my plane just to be kind of silly. You can draw something directly onto the front of your plane. You can leave it just like this if you want to. You can make a windshield for your plane. So that might be just like a little half circle, and you can put a person in there flying your plane. I'll give him some sticky uppy hair, and then you could color that and we could stick it on. So for this plane, I'm going to put like a little window in there. So let me get that cut out, and then you can see the difference. But you can do whatever you want. You can leave it plain. You can make a design. So here's my little window. So you could put somebody in the front here like that. Maybe we want a window that looks like this. Maybe you want a window that is a little bit wider. So I can kind of show you what that looks like to give you a bit of an idea here. So we'll kind of go with a little bit wider window to kind of see. And maybe we have 2 people in the plane flying it today. Those are not the greatest people. I suppose they need a little bit of hair or a hat, something, but that way you can kind of see the difference in the different designs. So let me get this one cut out, and then I can hold it up and you can kind of decide like what looks the best to you. What would you like your airplane to look like? So a longer window would look like this with people in it. So it's just kind of whatever you prefer. I'm going to go ahead and just leave mine blank this time. So on the bottom side of my airplane, kind of where the tail's at, you don't need to go all the way up to the top because then your airplane would be flat. So you're going to kind of go about halfway over, add some glue, position it on here, and then you could stick your hand inside the loop and push it down so you know that it sticks. And there you have an airplane flying in the sky. It's kind of hard to see because on my sample paper, I used a darker shade of blue, but you can do some little, to make some birds flying in the sky alongside the airplane as well. So that is our airplane craft. It's kind of fun, a little different, a little 3-dimensional. And just remember again that if you want to have a chance to win this really awesome book and stuffed airplane, just post a picture of your artwork on our Facebook page by midnight, Sunday night. You don't have to be in the photo. The computer will randomly pick one of our winners on Monday, and they will win the prize. So thanks for crafting with us again. We hope you have a great day.